I have said it before, and I will say it again. Greta Thunberg, you're better off just being a child because you know nothing. And your naivete is showing itself for the whole world to see here. It's an altruistic mind. It's a childlike mind. Her and AOC would get along perfectly. So let's read this. This is from the World Economic Forum. At Davos, we will tell world leaders to abandon the fossil fuel economy. Now you'll see here in a minute when she says abandon the fossil fuel economy, she doesn't mean work towards something better. She means whoosh, right now. End everything. End all fossil fuels. End all heat. End all transportation. People won't get food. People will freeze to death. Nobody will be able to get anywhere like they need to in our connected world. Naive. Altruistic. I envy that mindset, but in the end, yeah, deadly. A naive person who changes the world into the vision of their naivete is a dangerous person. Just hear me out and watch. At Davos, we will tell world leaders to abandon the fossil fuel economy. Young climate activists, including Greta Thunberg, will be attending Davos this year to put pressure on world leaders to end fossil fuel economy. In 2017 alone, the world spent $5.2 trillion subsidizing fossil fuels. Anything less than immediately ceasing these investments in the fossil fuel industry would be a betrayal of life itself, writes Greta. No, Greta. No, you are a child. Be a child. You have no way, no idea, no inkling of how things like this work. If we ended the fossil fuel industry right now, immediately, like you are calling for, there would be millions of deaths. People would starve to death. People wouldn't be able to get supplies. Yes, we're working towards that, but we can't just cut it off. We are dependent upon fossil fuels right now. Do I wish we weren't dependent? Yeah, of course. I wish we could get off fossil fuels, but we cannot think naively for 1 second that we can just today flip a switch, get rid of all fossil fuels, and everything's going to be just dandy. You stupid child. We have just entered a new decade. A decade where every month and every day will be absolutely crucial in deciding what the future will look like. Towards the end of January, chief executives, investors, and policymakers will gather in Davos for the 50th anniversary of the World Economic Forum. Young climate activists and school strikers from... Yeah, school strikers. Yeah. Man, I wish they had this when I was in high school. I'm not ditching school. I'm fighting for the environment. Oh, well, here's a bunch of money and some publicity, and then have at it. Let her be a child. She's being used anyway. She knows nothing about climate change. She's just reading from a script that she's handed. And then she comes up with stupid things like this. You're a stupid child. Leave it be. Let the adults handle it. We're working towards it. We demand that at this year's forum, participants from all companies, banks, institutions, and governments immediately halt all investments in fossil fuel exploration and extraction, immediately end all fossil fuel subsidies, and immediately and completely divest from fossil fuels. Yes, immediately. Immediately. There is a child, and they want the road to go this way. And it makes sense for them to have the road go this way, but the road actually goes that way, and then they've got a guardrail there. I want all cars to immediately go this way, and right off the guardrail and into the lake. How about you give it some time to let the things that need to be built. I'm at a barbecue, and this child comes up, and I just started, and I got some raw meat, and I throw it on the barbecue. I want to eat, and I want to eat right now. Okay, here's some raw meat. Go die of salmonella. Give it time. Let the process happen. Well, yes, we're working towards it, but still. Don't be a stupid child. Just be a child. And it's okay to be a child. Quit letting these adults roll over you and make you do these things. That's what I think is happening. She's just a figurehead. We don't want these things done by 2050, 2030, or even 2021. We want this done now, as in right now. Ain't happening, Greta. I want to never pay taxes right now. I want to be 28 years old again, right now. Not going to happen. It would be impossible. It is retarded to even think that way. And I'm not attacking Greta Thunberg. She's a child. That's what a child does. They don't know anything. They are naive. Children are stupid. They're children. They don't know how the world works yet. They haven't experienced it. Life hasn't bitch slapped them across the face a few times and said, "Hi, I'm life" yet. We understand and know very well that the world is complicated and that what we are asking for may not be easy. May not be easy. It would be impossible. But the climate crisis is also extremely complicated, and this is an emergency. An emergency, you step out of your comfort zone and make decisions that may not be very comfortable or pleasant. Yes, condemning millions of people to die is not pleasant or comfortable, Greta Thunberg. Just be a child. In an emergency, and let's be clear, there is nothing easy, comfortable, or pleasant about the climate and environmental emergency. Yes. But Greta, would you want to be the person who was the catalyst for change that killed millions? Millions? It would be harder for people to it would be harder for people to get food. People wouldn't be able to get to where they need to go in time for where they need to go. You wouldn't have heat in a lot of places. What are you doing? This is absurd. Absurd. Young people are being let down by older generations and those in power. To some, it may seem like we are asking for a lot. Yes! To some, to most, to anybody that can open their eyes and know how the world works, you're asking, okay, for a lot. Yeah, it seems like you are asking for an impossibility. Can't just flip a switch. But this is just the very minimum of effort needed to start the rapid, sustainable transition. The fact that this is still, in 2020, hasn't been done already is quite frankly a disgrace. It's a disgrace that we haven't killed millions of people. It's a disgrace that we haven't killed millions of people. You're a disgrace right now. Just be a child. And I'm not attacking her. I'm attacking the ideas. That's what we do. Bad ideas. It's a bad idea, and I'm telling why. Greta Thunberg, I'm sure, is a great person, but she hasn't been allowed to be a child. She has been a figurehead and a soundboard for climate change activists. Her mother, most likely, who's an avid climate change activist. Gee, I wonder where she got it. I wonder where she gets her ideas from. It is naive and dumb to think that we can go through and flip a switch and boop, all the power goes out. All the people are happy and dancing and singing as they can't get food and they don't have transportation and they don't have heat. That's just dumb. It's a dumb idea. Greta Thunberg herself is not dumb, but the idea is dumb. It's dangerous. Anyways, that's what I got on this one. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys on the next one. Leave a like, a comment, a subscribe, some sort of engagement. Let me know that you're alive and you exist. And should we end fossil fuels today? Should we flip a switch and end fossil fuels? Or should we figure out and go through the process of how do we get off fossil fuels? And it's a long process, don't get me wrong. Probably won't happen in our lifetime. Not unless we find some great fuel that replaces fossil fuel and has the same energy output as fossil fuel. Because fossil fuel, pound per pound, has a very, very high energy output. It really does. Anyways, let me know what you think. I will see you guys on the next one.